is helping the stock gain traction right now, but it's up about 20% this year. Finally, shares of Lowe's popping 5% after posting a third quarter profit that beat estimates. The retailer saw quarterly sales grow year over year, but lowered its full year profit outlook, citing economic uncertainty. Stocks down about 7%.
Okay, here we are, back for the show.
We're just getting started. You're up next. A breakout and a breakdown. We are tracking two parts of this market moving in opposite directions. The details just after this break.
Okay, we are back for the show.
Europe moves markets and the world is watching. Join me, Sylvia Meyer, on Europe Early Edition, where breaking news, major earnings, and the leaders shaping Europe's future. Stay ahead, Europe Early Edition, weekday on CNBC.
I grew up in Mumbai, India. I was one of the lucky ones to come to the US to pursue my graduate studies. I see a mission everywhere. Making supply chain more sustainable has become a core mission. The big part of sustainability obviously is to decarbonize the supply chain, but there are also the social issues such as child labor, and GEP is working on both fronts. With beauty also comes serving the underserved communities of the world.
All right, I made it back. Made a few scalps already. I had this order sitting here while I was at school doing my volunteer at 5:50, and I missed by, I don't know, 20 points or something. I was trying to get long. That would have been sick right there, but that's behind us. So I shorted this top right here. Super small. I only had 2 contracts. Covered. Shorted again. Covered. Right here. And now I'm just sitting here waiting. It's making a flag. Even though it's overbought, we're so close to the bell. I think that there could be a little ripper coming in. I think getting short is scary at the moment.
Built it. It was fully trained and served on Google's custom chips, TPUs. Now, for years, TPUs have been seen as a powerful but niche tool that only Google could really use. This model, though, shows that they are capable of training and serving a true frontier system at global scale. And that could expand its market, which already counts Anthropic and Apple as customers, and it could give other model builders, Google included, alternative to NVDA GPUs. Now, the market is certainly appreciating that Alphabet for this next leg of the AI race, where investors are a little nervous about spending. Google has this fully integrated stack, model, chip, distribution, something that its competitors, like an OpenAI, does not have. It is now forced the best performing Mag 7 stock this year. And yes, Scott, I like to point out valuation. It is still the second cheapest of the group on a forward price to earnings basis.
Yeah, good point you make. Of course, Steve, thank you. Here's your vote. All right, from a breakout to a breakdown. Bitcoin, that tumble continuing today. Mackenzie Segalos here with the latest.
Currently flat right now.
So Scott, crypto is back in sell-off mode, even as tech stocks are rebounding.
No position right now. Just kind of doing little scalps.
Liquidity is a major driver with two of the most important buyers stepping back. Institutions now hold around 16% of Bitcoin supply, but that trade is losing momentum. Strategy, the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin, down around 10% just today. Mizuho and ClearStreet both cutting their price targets on that stock. Meanwhile, BlackRock's IBIT, the largest spot Bitcoin ETF, just posted its biggest single-day outflow since launch on Tuesday.
I don't know why this thing's so fucking blurry.
Now underwater, which is undercutting one of the core bull arguments that another wave of buyers would always be there.
I'm gonna wait for a breakout on this. Should have just dropped something on this flag right here. That's building on the 3-minute.
Would benefit from sell-off driven trading volume all in the red, and then those digital asset treasury names firmly in sell-off mode too. And remember,
There's no reason to get too large here in any direction with 30 minutes remaining before the big show. It looks super, super poppy at the moment here with this trend line. I'm really pissed off that this order right here at 550 didn't fill while I was at my volunteer job for 2 hours. But hey, man, can't worry about the past. We got a nice green day so far. I did have some gonads and I shorted this stick right here, covered it, re-shorted it, covered it, and now I'm currently flat. So we are overbought on a 3-minute, but I think that's almost meaningless with the event that's about ready to take place with the earnings release. This is a time of day when you simply just trade the tape and keep in mind things like this. Markets go up. So even though I'm historically a short seller for 30 years, that's my primary direction, is selling short. It's days like this where you have to remind yourself that the shit goes up and you don't want to get buried just because it's overpriced. And it is all way overpriced. But nobody cares. So the only thing that matters is what's in front of us and the tape, the event. Jensen has already been out there flapping his gums, sitting next to Elon, telling Wall Street that the numbers are too low. We've already seen all the earnings reports from the customers that buy this crap from him, and they're all saying that the growth is accelerating. We're looking for a number higher than 65 billion out of Jensen tonight, and even then, I don't think anybody gives a shit. I think that we have the Thanksgiving week rally on light volume coming up. We're set up for it pretty well because we've had this 3 or 4 day 5% pullback, if you want to call it that. It's kind of hard to call it a pullback after this ridiculous run we've had for 2 years, but that's what it is. And I think that the bulls are ripe to run this up in some amateur shorts, using them as the fuel, and that's kind of my sentiment right now. I could change in 2 seconds, but that's what I'm thinking at the moment. I'm holding a long position NVDA right now, and yeah, he is for sure. Yeah, shorting takes big giant balls, man, and a big fat account. Yeah, well, hang on, Eric. Where are you long from? You might get your pop to get out, so don't be a dick for a tick and take the green if it comes. 2 days ago. So you're above 24,700 on the minis? What was your entry point on the mini? This morning was a great place to exit, 24,950.
Sherry Paul is with us. So tell us what's at stake for the AI trade with NVIDIA's earnings, whether we still could have an end-of-year run in this market. So tell us back on.
Oh yeah. Look at that flag that's building right now. That's a bull wedge right there. That's classic. Rip your face off right there. Time of day. That's not that great, but it doesn't matter right now. The only thing that matters is the tension going into the NVDA earnings.
For the groundbreaking sustainable finance initiative.
25,131 on the December NQ.
The world is looking into the future. We're engineering it. Join us for these reasons and many more.
Do you have an order sitting there in case it pops on the earnings so you can just get out?
Squabbles Europe, your front row seat to the C-suite, just got a state-of-the-art upgrade.
With an expert lineup that you can trust, let's see how markets are shaping up. We'll be talking to Europe's leading business minds
Breaking down the headlines that move markets.
and giving you the edge as the European trading day kicks off.
What, the QQQ or something?
Same trusted insight.
Squawbox Europe.
Now live weekdays only on CNBC.
My parents came from Poland. I called my father to tell him I just made a partner of gold. And he started crying on the phone. You establish your goals and you work hard to reach those goals. That's the ambition.
Crucial market coverage, actionable insights, can't miss reporting that'll impact the tape.
It's always a good idea before an event to put out a stink order.
CNBC. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, halftime report. CNBC.
You never know when you're going to get hit on these outside orders. On the low and high side, I almost always have stink orders just before a big event that's known. And many times you'll get picked off as the only price.
Able to afford the $100,000. The opportunity for my family and for me to be here would not have been possible.
These tech leaders once helped
I have a great degree of temptation to short into this flag breakout, but I'm going to resist the urge as much as I can until at least like 850 maybe. I might start building right there. Or maybe I should look at my sign again. Markets go up.
If that avenue is shut down by significant injury, perhaps a lot of that talent is going to be staying and working in companies in India, in China, actually founding new tech companies there.
Sorry, I was eating. Okay. I did start this swing short as a hedge against a long in my interactive brokers account. Just started it.
We're just over 30 minutes away from NVIDIA's earnings. Our next guest says performance influence.
22 minutes to go for the big show.
Yeah, I mean, it seems obvious that it's going to have an enormous influence just because it's like the most important part of this whole trade. But what about the volatility of late? What about the questions we've been asking ourselves about this trade?
That's on the March contract that I just showed you guys. I always like to box against swing trades. So longs will get a couple of shorts to even the water out. Then you play the balancing act. Close out the position that's winning, average in on the position that's losing, try to get both sides. We're not going to talk about that strategy today though. Maybe some other time we'll sit around and I can show you what I do.
To a lot of different people, stocks.
Yeah.
But that one has a similar effect.
Well, the volatility that you mentioned earlier should, I think, in my opinion, be viewed more as like the opportunity for resets than that we are going to see a bubble burst in any way in this. And so what we're encouraging investors to do is abandon what I'm calling black and white thinking, that you're either right or wrong. It's a form of market timing and your mentality. And instead embracing the direction of the reality.
Direction of the reality. That is what we're embracing.
You make the point that you think we're going through.
Look at that. Little side by side just to fuck with everybody.
No, I think that we're going to go through a lot of micro resets and retests, that the frequency of them will probably increase. But the one thing I do
Yeah.
for sure, because it happens.
The future's a quarterly contract, but normal shares forever, yes.
The framework shouldn't concern investors if we're seeing volatility.
You'll be fine
But money plays
on that trade.
So just based on the size and the market cap of the companies that are coming in for earnings.
You feel pretty good about where we are. Let's call it 6 weeks to go in the year.
Yeah.
We got through some seasonally tough periods in September and October.
Yeah.
and we-
Futures expire in the third week of the last month of the contract.
But what does that mean for where we go from here?
Well, I think that there's a good
OpEx.
which is follow the CapEx spending. I mean, I think Morgan Stanley thinks there's $3 trillion coming into the spending cycle.
When you box a trade, it gives you more buying power. So if you're frozen in a bad trade, you can always box the trade by going the opposite direction in a future contract.
And so it's not like it's a levered trade in terms of the long
And then you'll get your buying power back
deregulation kicker.
because the system will have you going flat. It'll have you selling something even though you still have interest in the instrument. It'll give you your buying power back and then you can trade other things in between. It's really difficult to get both sides of a box, but it is possible. I've done it for years. The good thing is if you file taxes as a trader, that if you have one side of your box winning and one side losing, hopefully the winner is bigger than the loser. The loser will go against your gains for the year on mark to market and lower your tax liability as if you lost, and you'll only pay tax on the margin of increase. So that's kind of a little bonus.
Is some resistance around, sort of some policy around vaccines, frankly. And so once we kind of see that lift, I think we'll go back into the healthcare. But right now, I think that there's better value.
There's really not much risk in boxing. It's more, it actually adds safety. The risk is when you take one side of the box off and it continues to go against that side, whatever it is, a short or a long, then you are FUCKED, big time. So whenever you release one side of the box, sometimes it's good idea to hold half of that side, and if it continues to go the opposite direction, add back and lock it in. So -4 against a +4 or whatever your size is, and that way you can hold on to your balance and then play again the next day. Releasing the box, high risk.
Follow where are the great ideas, where's the liquidity in the market, where's the CapEx spending, and not a whole lot of that is originating, like, for example, out of Europe right now. And if you take a look at the correlations between European markets and the S&P S&P 500, and you're seeing a 20%
Just like trading right now. Very risky at this moment. The next 15 minutes, I hope it just goes flat, honestly. And then we'll take the other side of whatever extreme it gives us. Trump was tweeting about an hour ago, looks like.
75% stock surge. The details behind today's top mover coming up next.
If these guys, the Prince of Saudi, can buy 300 tanks from us and multiple aircrafts, why is it that he has people starving for food in their country? It just doesn't make any sense. This post from Trumpet is just crazy. It makes no sense. They're so rich, but they have so many people starving, and we need to go help them? What about the people that are homeless in the United States of America? It's fucking crazy. Kidoki. Yeah. A decorator. That's a really wild way of describing it, but I agree. Oh, dictator. I thought a decorator, like just painting a nice picture, putting out some nice flowers, a little furniture. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I suppose. Keep a blind eye to what's really going on and then ask for help.
From across the world.
So you don't miss a market minute.
We're bringing you breaking news.
Breaking news.
And the story.
Yep.
As well as deep dives, debates, and
Losing a little love here. Love it.
and asset losses. So that you can make your money work around the news. CNBC brings
Yeah, you might have to buy this right here to catch a flashback. The hell's wrong with the phone?
CNBC. First in business.
First in business.
Gosh. So sketchy.
I'm on copy. And in affiliate,
I'm gonna put one on right here. I'm fully intending on having to add to it if it'll fill. It did not fill. I'm in the wick with my order, but real close to 700, but not there. Yeah, come on, give another smackdown. 650 would be a lot better entry. Looking at all this support right here, kind of in a little air pocket right now in this area. 650, 600. Anything below 600, we go back to 350.
Scott, I want to draw your attention to shares of DoorDash dropping about 4% despite an upgrade from Jefferies.
Yeah, from this morning. See this? This is the overhead from today. But over here, it's kind of wide open.
And Adobe struggling this year, down about 25%. Finally, MP Materials.
I would rather buy this 700 line though, because you see my mouse right here. These tops are kind of acting as a floor all the way back to this morning over here.
All right, Stephen, thank you. Stephen Modi coming up next. Countdown is on. We're just moments away now from NVIDIA's earnings report.
Yeah.
We're going to hear from Josh Brown. He's owned that stock for a long time. Find out what he will be paying most attention to.
I gotta make sure and sell this NVIDIA. Actually, I have the NVIDIA stock too, but I don't plan on keeping it.
Today's respective stocks.
I have an order to sell at 210.
60 markets, 36 countries.
We're printing 186. Expecting 8% move on options. Let's just say 10% move. Yeah. 10% move would be 18 points, so trimming it back, let's just say 13-point move would give you what? 199. So I'm gonna put an order at 201, I think. Just a stink bid in case we get a pop. Because the crazies are going to be lined up, man, for this order. And it's just a little puny play entertainment trade. It's 100. I have 115 shares left. I had 160 this morning, but I sold some. So we've got a good till cancer extended our order. And we're going to put that out there for the stinkers, the people who hit market order. You got to love them. Look at that wick they just made on the Knicks. That wick went down to 675 right here. Here, let's get the cursor going. Cross. Oops. There's the cross. Yeah, look at that. 679 it just printed on somebody's market order. Oh, man. Gotta watch that button. It'll kill you. Any big flush down, man, over a couple hundred points, I would buy it. I will buy it. Same thing in reverse. We will be shorting it. 200 points would be fantastic.
It would also really badly damage the American film industry as well. I don't know if that's going to come to pass.
Let's go ahead and do a sell order up here at 25,000. Let's put a starter, 3 of them, at 970, 976, 3 to short, 24,976. And now we're going to put a buy order at, we're going to put 3 of them on, 1, 2, 3, to start at 24,460. Let's go 440. Okay. So we have open orders to buy and sell the micro mini December futures contract. I wonder, do I need to put extended? Let's see. So replace day. No. Okay. Yep. So anyways, those are just starter positions. Three contracts on each side of our range. The range is also described by other traders as a box, which displays the high and low from the previous day. I'm doing a box that surrounds the high of today with last night's low. and anticipating a violent move on the earnings release of NVDA with the rookies placing market orders. And hopefully I can get hit on the extreme side. And then we'll average in the position from there or just take the free money. On NVIDIA, since I've got a long position on the stock, I've got a stink order out there for 90% of the position at 201.53. That is about the move suggested by the current options, which have a buy-side bias. So we'll hope for the best on that, and then there's 15 shares remaining, and whatever, we'll just get rid of those wherever we need to. I do have a Tesla position from 384. Keep in mind, I don't trade stocks, but these are just for kicks and giggles. But I do have a Tesla position from 384. It's currently printing 403. I'm just kind of hanging on to that, hoping for the low volume rally into Thanksgiving that typically arrives, gets us up to stupid levels, and then maybe I could sell that around 450 or so. We did bounce 2 days ago up to 425, I think, and I fucking just froze. Greed set in. Should have sold that one, but that was another day, so we're dealing with today. That's my plan. We got 5 minutes till the bell.
There's that much of a tension buildup around here necessarily to the point where we really need reassurance of the underlying story. It's all about pacing, and I think we're in this mode right now where the market is in a questioning phase about who are the winners, how sustainable are the advantages. We have Google flying here on chips not coming from NVIDIA. Let's keep that in mind, right? Yeah, Broadcom up a lot today because they did it without. They trained it.
At this point, since I'm sitting on a 4-point winner on NVIDIA, it's almost a given I'm going to sell any pop because I don't do stocks. So I'm not going to let a winner turn into a loser in this regard. There won't be any adding or averaging or whatever. Just going to kick it to the curb and let the crazies have it. I'm up $750 on a entertainment coffee trade, so also trimmed off 45 shares, so whatever those gains were, those were sold at 187, 190. I've had it for a few days. Welcome to the newcomers. You guys want to subscribe, you can come back and trade with me most every day. Streaming, live trading. 30 years in the business. I'm not a superhero. I make mistakes. But the goal is to profit, and that is something I do most every single day. So if you like that, you want to share, hang around, whatever, nice to see you. Cool. I'm not here to give advice, just talking about the things I've learned over the last 30 years of doing this crazy ass business. You can make a great living doing it, but you have to follow rules, and they're really hard to follow. So good luck to you.
With the Germans, he's been with the Saudis, he's been in Korea, he's been to China, he's been to Taipei. We don't really know how strong those demand numbers will be from overseas, but just looking at technology stock prices, I mean, he's talking to Fujitsu and Deutsche Telekom, and he was on an AI panel in DC with the Saudis for their investment forum. Like, that's sovereign AI is a really big part of the story. It's sort of an unknown. We have a much better handle on the hyperscalers, but that's where that wild card upside could come from.
Watch, this is totally flat and nothing happens.
That were a big part of the commentary tomorrow.
Uh.
The nature of this sustained bull market is 27. I hear you, but this point earlier, and I agree with you. I also think it introduces, I'm not going to say the possibility, not the likelihood, but the just idea, like, of asymmetric risk in all angles. The world is levered to NVIDIA. Yes. The Saudis, I mean, not the Chinese because they can't get these chips, but this trade on a global nature is levered to a small number of companies. Yes, a misstep at any point along the way has dramatic ripple effects and ramifications far further than our shores.
It does. I don't know that we're really nearing that moment.
Okay, so I just covered this swing trade I showed you guys earlier. I'm hoping to re-short it, the box, against the long off of a potential pop here. We don't really need to watch that much. It doesn't matter. Hey, what's up, Spencer? We're just about ready to watch the show. You missed today's trading so far, but we had 78 round trips. We've got 2,700 in the bank. We've got some orders waiting on the NASDAQ mini for the upcoming earnings release on NVIDIA. We've got some NVIDIA we're going to sell. And here we go. Tick tock starts the clock. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's get that release out. See if we can open up the window on news over here. See, got the news stream rolling. Nothing happening yet on that one. And this one is scrolling, but still nothing. See what happens. Keep your eyes open. Okay. Got some down tickers. Woo-wee. Got to get in the game somehow. All right. Some fear, a little bit of fear.
By roughly 3% in today's trade. It's worth noting rival AMD, led by CEO Lisa Su, has seen its stock price.
Come on, guys.
Over a 3-month time period on this.
Let her rip.
That its AI chip is becoming more competitive. Hyperscalers like Meta, Amazon, Oracle that are buying hundreds of thousands of these AI chips move mostly higher.
Yeah, that's true, Winter.
Around Google, its latest Gemini launch, that stock faring better than its peers. Over the past week, shares have outperformed despite ongoing concerns around valuation, the use of debt to fund.
As long as you try not to repeat the mistakes of days before, that is a win. I've been learning for 30 years. It continues to change. We used to trade technicals, now we trade tweets.
Where there was significant dissension about rate cuts. Rick said Telly's in Chicago with reaction to that release. Rick? Yes, absolutely, John. It wasn't necessarily that it was hawkish. It was just discussing that it wouldn't be appropriate to lower rates. Of course, government's closed, data dirt. I get it. And it was a slow burn. The minutes were out for a half hour before the markets traded.
What time is the conference call, I wonder? 5? 5 o'clock, maybe?
Recent ranges that turned the markets down, along with the fact that no October jobs report, even though we're going to get set tomorrow, the market was also concerned about that. Look at Fed fund futures for
Yeah.
That's December, when it goes down, it prices out the cuts, and briefly it was under 30%, which is hovering at right now. And finally, something nobody seems to be talking about. Atlanta Fed GDP now, not always correct, but it seems to rhyme with the data. Now that's a 3-month chart. It's now pointing towards 4.23% for third quarter GDP. Morgan, back to you.
All right, we'll take note of that. Rick Santelli, thank you.
Okay.
As we await NVIDIA results, let's bring in.
I got this news feed set for NVIDIA only now to weed out all the bullshit.
Barb and James are NVIDIA shareholders, and they join us here on set for this big day and this big earnings report. So Rick, Barb, I'm going to start with you.
Man, it's like Christmas morning waiting to open the present.
I think to a large extent at this particular moment, yes. Although I wouldn't be surprised unless it's a very big beat and raise. I think everybody's expecting that, so I would not be surprised if the stock sold off. But I think
sold off? How dare you? That's blasphemous.
A perfect week, if you will. You have
Palo Alto's going to release here in a second too. PANW.
You had the Fed cutting rates, but that was pretty much the peak. Following that, we've had a market at 23 times forward PE.
She can't even talk. She's been at the bar all morning.
A bubble on AI. I'm getting a lot of calls from clients. Is there a bubble in AI? Should we sell our NVIDIA? Or the circular investment, or the use of debt over equity, and whether that means PEs will be lower. So I think that's why there's so much, not just that it's such a major part of the S&P and all the mega cap.
Come on, ladies.
Very important to the market right now at this moment in time. All right. James, it's funny, we went into this earnings season, and the chatter on Wall Street was you need to see all the hyperscalers and sort of mega cap tech names
Boosting.
to be able to keep this bull case going. And now we've come to the other side of them boosting those numbers, and the concern is that everybody's spending too much as we look through the video today. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think investors again are underestimating a spend. I think they're underestimating the AI cycle.
Cool, dude. Nobody wants AI, man.
And I think they're underestimating.
You ever call customer service and have a good time?
The demand for
Not me.
specific product is seems almost endless. I think it's important when we look at companies that need.
I'll take autonomous, but no
Demand's excessive.
AI.
TSM says they can't make enough stuff for NVIDIA. And frankly, NVIDIA at 29 times earnings with growth over 40%, tells us that we're still early in the cycle. But this is not.
It's actually below the 10-year average for NVIDIA.
Is anybody making money off the cycle?
So, Barb, how much dry powder should investors have? Because even if the AI story pans out as hoped expected, the internet story did too, but we went through this valley of doubt that investors had to suffer through. Even if, this is half the bubble. And we get
Has anybody got a position open right now besides Eric?
How much should you have in store for if there are buy opportunities?
Well, it's always nice to have cash on hand. However,
Eric Morales. Looking for 25, 150. I hope you get it, man.
We're now in the absence, of earnings. We're not having anything until the Fed expectations. Fed's making some hawkish comments. It's been 50-50 out there. So it doesn't look like December we're going to have that cut. So in an absence of positive news, things are going to happen like this. But no, it'd be nice to have dry powder because there are going to be opportunities like this.
What are you trading, Spencer L?
I think it's going to be a good year as well. You've got, the tax issues are going to kick in terms of the positives, CapEx and for individuals. You've got coming bank regulation that's going to free up more capital to lend out and create spending. And certainly the spending that we're seeing, we know that there's pressure on the low-income consumer, but we also know what's happening in the higher income. And you're hearing this from the travel companies, the credit card companies. People are still spending, so it looks like it's setting up nicely. Plus the forward guidance.
TikTok.
That's really the guidance that counted, and overall it was pretty darn good for 26.
James, do you agree?
Come on, man. Let's get this shit out there.
And how much weight should investors put on the labor numbers, the job numbers that we're going to start to get into?
John, I think they come. I think that there was a question whether they needed to.
On which one, Oscar? I've got 2 orders. I've got a sell to get short on the NIX at 24,976. I've got a buy on the NIX. That's the NASDAQ Micro Mini at 24,440. And then I've got on the NVIDIA Entertainment stock trade, I've got a sell at 201.53. That's based on the options inclination, suggesting an 8% swing to the buy side is what options are indicating right now. 201. So we'll see. Sounds crazy right now, but shit, Oracle popped 75 points. I sold for a lousy $2 gain and then watched it go 73 points higher. That was not fun.
This market is so sensitive to short-termism, right? You got a lot of psychology built in it.
So considering what stock this is, I don't think that a really extreme move either way on the release of the earnings for the first few minutes is out of the question. There's got to be thousands of market orders sitting there.
Should investors be bracing for in the potential market reactions? What we're expecting will be some pretty strong earnings from NVIDIA.
What time do they normally release? Right after the bell? Let me see. Let's look at the earnings calendar. Market data tools. Market after hours. Earnings calendar.
So with NVIDIA today, again, I think it's going to be hard for the stock to go up, but it's initially, no matter what they report, it's going to be the call afterwards. And
The call, yeah.
This one has been a great
So the calendar doesn't say what time they normally release them.
You know, you do more AI, you make it cheaper, that means more people can use it, and it just explodes. And the usage is
Let's see here.
right now, even in corporations, it's not rolling out yet. In fact, Palo Alto, when they report,
Yeah, there's no indication of what time it normally is released on this page, at least.
they're doing it, but it's yet to come. So there's a lot more ahead. So, you know, I think whatever happens with NVIDIA, the stock reaction, I'm not worried about the stock reaction now, because I think longer term, there's too much more out of it.
She's sweating in her panties. I don't know who she's kidding. Here we go. Something, Palo Alto.
Numbers for you just after this break. Barb, James, thanks to you both.
Let's see if PANW's out.
More than 1,000% over this 3-year.
Oh yeah, Palo Alto just made a high of 212, down now 196. Yeah, 212, 194. That was the range just now on Palo Alto. So you can see my limit order is not out of the question, especially since it's NVIDIA. Let's go back. We don't want to miss it. NVIDIA. Okay. Market orders, man. Oh, thank you, Oscar.
Private credit is really aimed at 5 states.
I see the view is really blurry. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get this fixed.
Is to ban capitalism. You're actually doing good for working class people. Passion matters.
Shit. That's super blurry. I wouldn't want to be on this channel. The fuck?
Where to find opportunities now. Strengthen your investment strategy on the exchange. CNBC.
In this episode, I speak to
See.
Christian is the CEO of
Come on, focus. All these latest and greatest. Where's the AI when you need it to focus my camera?
And it really weighed heavily on me because it was clear for me, I take this accountability, I took the decision, I get super nervous if I get in a comfort zone, for whatever reason. But that is something which drives me to do different things.
This is Christian Brooks' Executive Decisions. Listen and watch now. Wherever you get
Okay. See if that'll get it a little bit better. Okay. Printing 187 makes it for a lot less to go.
Serve up the highlights. Tackle your weekend. CNBC Sports, afternoons on Saturday and Sunday, only on CNBC.
Before they talk to Wall Street, they talk to John Ford and Morgan Brown, closing bell overtime.
we're just about at the
The network's earnings are rapid initially popped, and now
day's high,
Sima Modi has the numbers. Sima?
187 something, 187.86. So we're pretty close to the high a day for NVIDIA. Okay, good.
Annual recurring revenue for its next-gen security at $5.9 billion. That came in ahead of expectations.
Palo Alto tanker spanker.
Its second quarter guidance, so its outlook for the second quarter in line with expectations. And going into this report, the bar was set high with the stock up about 55% over the past 6 months. The company also announcing a new acquisition, a next generation platform called Chronosphere. And as you know, John, it follows that mega acquisition of CyberArk for $25 billion. So we will look to hear from CEO Nikesh Arora on his company's M&A strategy, and not to mention just how more companies are adopting security for the AI workflow following that cyber attack of Anthropic's AI coding agent Claude. Back to you.
For sure, we're going to hear a lot from Nikesh Arora.
I just sold 5 shares.
Coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern on Mad Money.
That was a big monster trade. 5 shares in NVIDIA.
Top tier waters. With earnings on deck, the stock shares have pulled back. They actually lower the bar for what comes next. While many have jumped on the AI infrastructure bandwagon, not all plays have kept pace. Senior markets commentator Mike Santoli is here to explain. Mike.
Yes, Morgan. So NVIDIA obviously has been the leading and most consistent beneficiary of the entire AI build-out. You see that here in blue. But I wanted to
All right, it's 115.
They've been seized upon as potential leverage plays on this trend. And
They gotta erase what they wrote down and write in a new number, or what?
Pulled in and then out. CoreWeave surges, also falls. Broadcom, much more consistent. AMD as well. I think it's healthy. The market's becoming more discerning and trying to figure out exactly how.
Just discern your way to 201 and get me out of this piece of shit. And all the stock monkeys can have it.
In this boom has crashed. That means the stocks are moving their own way. This is Microsoft, Meta, Alphabet, Oracle, and Amazon. That's what composes this group right here. So they were all moving as one. Everybody was getting in a few months ago. And now you see Meta down hard, Oracle getting back its gains, Google soaring. So again, you're seeing this discernment play out in lots of ways.
Yeah, just let me get a monster short off at 24,950, and I'll be a happy camper.
Today's results are out right after this break.
Right after this break? What does that mean? They're waiting for a CNBC to finish their commercial?
CNBC is the global leader in business and financial news.
In fact, our reporting never stops.
Okay.
Providing you with round-the-clock coverage from across the world.
So you don't miss a market minute.
We're bringing you breaking news.
Breaking news.
And the stories behind the numbers.
As well as deep dives, debates, and discussions on the most complex stories of the day.
Across time zones and asset classes.
So that you can make your money work around you.
I just put these
And perspectives.
on my box trade. These would, if they fill, they'll go against the long position that I have. So that's kind of my hopeful anticipation on a futures pop based on this stupid report.
The Power Plays again, breaking down the markets with updates and deep dives. What's moving now and what's next for your money? Sarah Isa, Carl Quintanilla, Money Business, CNBC.
Yeah, I need a new camera. I just logged into YouTube and looked at it. It's horrible.
I don't think that my family would have been able to afford the $100,000. The opportunity for my family and for me to be here would not have been possible.
Let's go, ladies.
Leaders once held H-1B visas and went on to build companies with hundreds of billions of dollars. So where were the majority of H-1B visa holders immigrating from? In 2024, more than 70% of H-1B recipients were from
118.
Chinese nationals accounted for another 12%, while the Philippines, Canada, and South Korea each contributed around 1%.
if that avenue is shut down by a significant degree, perhaps a lot of that talent is going to be staying and working in companies in India, in China, actually founding new tech companies there.
The day's top stories driving Wall Street. Up to the minute developments. Kelly Evans.
Tick, 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 tick. It's like watching a fuse burn on a candle. Excuse the pun. Jack in the Box out. Anybody interested in the Jack in the Box earnings?
Gil, what makes the difference here between the stock popping or dropping on results that we expect are going to be better than in line?
Jensen, so a couple of weeks ago, he told us he had $500 billion worth of backlog for Blackwell and Rubin chips. We need to hear from him how much of that he's already sold, how much of that will be in calendar 26. If we think that the math shakes out the way we think it is, that actually means they're on track to meeting next year's numbers, which are incredible. They're for more than 40%.
It's out, I think.
A lot of this quarter is going to just boil down to the numbers they report.
It's out. It's out. 189. It just printed 189. Stacking.
$500 billion of Blackwell. Patrick Moorhead, there's always doubt, it seems, lately.
It's out.
Into NVDA quarter, and the stock tends to wobble after the report.
190.
The results are good and better than expected.
190. 191. I'm moving down. I'm going to go for the 190 level.
Yeah, so I agree with what Gil said, but I'd like to
Come on, push. Hit me, hit me, hit me. There we go. All right, man. That was a 10-pointer on a stock. Oh, yeah.
Give more clarity on those numbers, which was 5 to 6 quarters of $500 billion.
Okay, I just sold a nick on my hedge position. I'm going to start a short over here. Call me crazy. I just sold 24,870 on the December nicks. I totally plan on adding to it. We're going to sell 24.9 right now. There we go. I'm going to put another one and try for that 900 level. There it is. Average at 24,891. NVDA printing 194.
If they had to accelerate that depreciation schedule, their margins would go down. But more importantly for those companies is their cash returns. And their cash returns really don't.
So we can get to Christina. Stay right there. Christina Partsinevelos has the numbers.
Let's start with the top and bottom line. So it is a beat, $1.30 adjusted EPS, earnings per share higher than the street, 5 cents higher on revenues.
I only got 3 off.
Also higher not only than the street, but higher than buy side numbers.
195 printing NVIDIA. I'm going to try and add here at 24,900. Again, come on. There it goes. I got 4 at an average of 24,891. Short.
There's a very bold statement from Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA. Blackwell sales are off the charts and cloud GPUs are sold out. Compute demand keeps accelerating and compounding across training and inference. So, and he said we've entered this virtuous cycle of AI. So I'll go through it to get you some more numbers, but so far quite bullish, the stock reacting positively. Right?
Yeah, I don't know about how positively right there. I'm going to try to add more right here at 900. All right, so I left 4 points on the NVIDIA table. Oh, well. Who cares? It's $1,200 right there. Oh, it looks like I still have 10 shares. Shit. I better sell those before this party ends. Fuck. I forgot I had little loose stuff there. GTXO. Let's go ahead and raise it up to 195 just for the fuck of it.
Patrick Moorhead, want to get your reaction to what we've heard so far from this trend, especially with Jensen.
Okay, so I'm going to start covering my futures trade 8:30. Woo! Yeah, baby. 70 points on that one. Let's go ahead. I just covered one. I got an average of 894. I just covered 845. I am covering back 851. I still have one short. And I'm going to go ahead and book that action. Don't be a dick for a tick. If it's green, book it and bank it. And we're out flat. I don't know how much I made. $300-400, whatever. Cool. Love it. So I don't know. I was at what, 2,500 or something earlier. So whatever the difference is, that's what I made. Maybe I was at 2,700 now. So that was about a $400 trade for free. It's probably going to go all the way back down and piss me off, but traders take home profit, losers take home hope. I don't hope for nothing except for a new day of trading tomorrow. Appreciate it, you guys sticking around, hanging out with me, letting me talk to the screen. I hope you guys had some good trades today. We'll come back tomorrow. I'll have a full day starting at about 8:30 tomorrow morning, 8:15, once I get done dropping off my kid at school. I don't usually stream the open, although that's where I make the majority of the money. It's just too intense trying to trade decent size and get a kid ready. So that's that, man. I'll keep it running for a bit. But thanks, dude. I hope you'd had a great trading day too, Winter. Look at that, sinker dinker. If this thing pops again, man, I will be tempted to go at this another round.
The models are getting so good that all of these companies will need to continue to buy NVIDIA into the foreseeable future in order
You're welcome.
to be able to provide us access to the AI compute we want. Just yesterday, Google came out with Gemini. We've been talking about how that's on top of GPUs, but the more important takeaway is that this is by far the biggest model trained on most chips, which tells us we're still on the scaling for compute.
Yeah, just hang around for a few more. I would definitely short another pop at 24.9, and I would probably say that if it gets back up there, it might tick higher, because all the too late Lucy's are going to come in and try and push this thing up, I think, overnight. See how Asia reacts tonight. We have multiple openings overnight. I don't know if you guys trade. I trade 23 hours a day, so you have market opens at 5 p.m. our time in overseas, 10:30, 11, 1. Lots of action that night.
1% sequentially, and they're saying this has to do with just heading into the holiday season. Things normalize. Q4 tends to be a lot stronger. And then lastly, auto revenue, which is up and coming, perhaps going to be a big source of revenue in the near term. But right now it's only up 1% sequentially, but up 32% from a year ago, and that's because of their self-driving platforms.
Okay, Christina Price-Nabelis, thank you. Shares of NVIDIA up about 3% right now. We got Patrick Moorhead back, so I want to bring him into this conversation as well. Patrick, want to get your response to the numbers.
I'm all done waiting for this thing. I'm just going to get rid of these 10 shares right here. 10 points is plenty on a whopping 10 share trade. Okay, that one's over. Yeah, it seems very lackluster, doesn't it? Look at the tape. It's just crawling.
That, it's frontier models and, there's no downstream.
Everybody's waiting for the call. So that's probably at 5.
There's really nothing to debate here. And then
So maybe in another half hour. Let's see if we can Google that.
forecasted a 40% increase in
NVDA
2026. I think that pretty much
earnings call
for the most part,
time.
talking about 2027, which is can you get enough power demand to monetize the previous investments?
All right, well, James Demmer back with us here on set.
It says 5 p.m. So naturally, right when the futures close, then they're going to have the call. So come back 5 or 10 minutes before 3 o'clock Pacific, and I won't be able to stream. I'll be at the dance studio with the daughter, but I'll be trading on my phone and watching CNBC. There's a feed you can use this link on your phone right there, and you can get that stream 24 hours a day. So I usually split the screen on my phone to run half CNBC and then half the trading app. Oh, here comes the popper. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're going to get another go.
According to CFO comments, earlier today you had Jensen Huang in Washington for this Saudi investment summit as well. And one of the headlines that came out of that is the fact that it looks like the U.S. is now greenlighting these advanced chips for investments in Saudi Arabia. How much does sovereign AI still have a role to play, especially if you do...
God, it's just like a snail. Dink-a-dink-a-dink-a-dink-a-dink.
That's a big role. And we didn't even talk about China because that's still very caught up in political ways. But that can be another, if they get permission to sell the Blackwell.
Oh, what happened to the good old days of April 9th?
But the sovereigns are definitely coming. And it's with the hyperscalers at first. Those are the ones that are spending hundreds of billions. But the sovereigns will be quite large. And as long as there's not a political issue in selling to them, this could be big.
Come on, I got a little order sitting there waiting for you at 900. 904.75 to be precise.
Gloria, we don't see NVIDIA doing a lot of large-scale acquisitions, maybe because, it's risky to try, but we do see them spreading the love.
There it is.
The software AI landscape, is that going to be enough?
It's good. I just got filled.
That big M&A tends to when companies are
So I'm short one, average 904 3/4. I have another order higher at 976.
Those investments are helping them see the market.
Yeah, I've got another order sitting there.
That's a very valuable investment because that's leading the way.
And I just shorted that one.
And so that creates a bigger market. There's also some investments that we're not crazy about. When they give CoreWeave $1, CoreWeave borrows $9, and then uses $8.
Here we go, and we just made a new high over this candle 9 minutes ago, pushing 926, 7, 8. So there you go, a little afterthought.
The Chinese market will come back at some point. These numbers that we're talking about today don't include almost any China. When those come back, that's another leg. We talked about the globalization, which is selling outside.
934. I'm going to go ahead and put one more right there.
So they still have that going on.
940. That's my second one. Brings my average to 923.5. I don't want to get crazy here because we do still have that earnings junkies coming in for the conference call. So I think I'm comfortable adding one more right here and then see if we can't get that 975. So we're averaged at 929 1/8 with 3 short. Micro Mini, December, NASDAQ.
Yeah, this is a testament to
If you hear me call something the NIX, that's what I'm referring to as the NQ. I call the Dow futures, the MYM, I call them the MIMS. And then the S&P mini, micro mini, I call the MES. MES. So sometimes we make a mess. Those are $5 a tick. Those will get you in trouble really bad.
Well, we've got much more reaction to the NVDA results. That is coming up right after this break. Right here.
Futures up 360. They got to show mom and pop that their mutual fund is making money tonight.
Be first on world markets, first to the global business conversation. Get a jump on the investing day.
Exactly. It is a mess.
CNBC.
My parents came from Poland. I called my father and told him I just made a partner of gold. And he started crying on the phone. You establish your goals and you work hard to reach those goals. That's ambition.
The greatest thing about Squawk is we get to talk to someone.
Just, I can't believe how slow this tape is. For the biggest event of the year, according to CNBC.
It's more entertaining than any other morning show, but you actually
The whole market depends on it. Not my words, their words. I'll book this action as soon as we go green. Fairly quickly. I'm not trying to get greedy here, just trying to pay for some charging on my electric car.
This is one of the headsets we are using to reproduce the mixed reality version of the advanced command post. It costs something like
Okay, so now we're back in the money a little bit, ticking around flat.
In September 2024, the company raised
I would love to get below 900 to cover these three.
investor interest in Europe's growing defense tech sector. According to the NATO Innovation Fund, venture capital investment in deep tech defense, security, and resilience.
Put a little order right here and see if somebody will come down and snatch it from me.
To 5.2 billion in 2024.
Edit.
A 32-fold increase in
$8.99. I have a deal for you guys. Whoever wants it, come and get it. $8.99.75.
And what more needs to be done for the sector to truly compete at a global
One-stop shop. Black Friday sale. Get your micro mini from me. I'll give it to you for $8.99.75.
I'm checking on the markets right now. The Dow up 47 points. That's where we ended. The S&P also ending higher, almost 0.4%. 66.42 is the level there. And the Nasdaq Composite finishing up 0.6%. All of those major averages breaking multi-day losing streaks. Well,
I'm gonna take one at 13 here. Buy one at. All right, I covered one at 9.11 from. Now my average is 9.41 and 3/8.
Year over year. Raising guidance as well, which had been expected, but the raise bigger than street estimates. Positive comments from CEO Jensen Huang saying
Huang.
off the charts.
See how just closing that one trade changed my average. We were 9.29 before, now we're at 9.41 based on first in, first out. That's how the broker manages their average. I got two left. I'm still sitting there with that 99.75 order, but I may not get it. I don't know. We'll see.
And we've talked a lot about the decline in Bitcoin.
Anything over 41 and 3/8, I will put the one I just took off back on.
In the last 3 months.
Up next, Fast Money's Tim Seymour on how he's trading NVIDIA following these results.
NVIDIA, Tim Seymour, You gotta love Tim Seymour. He's a pretty good guy. Okay, there was 908 I just saw. Let's take one off at 908 if we can. Got that one filled. And now we're sitting there with an average of doesn't matter because I just covered my last at $8.99.75. It was a bargain that somebody couldn't refuse. All right, guys. I think I'm going to take a break. I'm going to sit here with you if you want to hang out, but I'm going to release the mouse and call it a good day so far. We'll pick it up later and see what we can do to that. It's about half of what we made yesterday during the regular session, but nothing to worry about. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So I guess that counts too, right? 40, what is that? Just about 4,500 bucks, and then I made about 700 or so in my little Dinker account off to the side here. So whatever, $5,000. Pays for private school.
What if Elon Musk had been told, pay $100,000 or you can't work US? Or Jensen Huang, CEO of the world's most valuable company, NVDA?
I think my family would have been able to afford the $100,000. The opposition.
Okay, let's switch this over to Tesla and see what's going on there. So Tesla will rip tomorrow with the market up 300 points tonight if that can hold overnight. Tesla will put on 15 points tomorrow is my guess, especially with that Jensen talk today. And he's going to come out and mention other companies tonight on the conference call. So I would have a high degree of confidence that Tesla has a ripper if this thing holds overnight. So I've only got 110 left of that one, but we're in at 84. Oh, and looks like I took some off an average. So 390, sitting on 390 right now. I got 110 shares left, and open balance is 1,700. Plus I've traded that position over the last several days too. So I don't know what the total is. Who cares? Green is good. Red, bad. Unless you're short.
Let's get another check on NVIDIA. Those shares are up 3.5% right now after beating on the top and bottom lines just moments ago. Joining us now is Seymour Asset Management and Fast Money Trader, Tim Seymour. Tim, it's great to have you back on.
Great to be here, Morgan. Thank you.
All right, what are your thoughts?
I think, so much for not wanting to see AI spend, and so much for people actually getting that chance to buy NVIDIA on a dip. I think there's a lot of disappointed people. The fact of the matter is, GTC told us we were going to be north of 500 billion in terms of where they're going to be on 26 for Blackwell and Rubin. The dynamic on the gross margins was where you wanted it. I like NVIDIA here. I like it not only because it's 29 times forward, but because I think actually you actually took a lot of that fast money out of this, pardon the fast money environment that we're in, where of course everybody wants more fast money. But other than that, I really thought these numbers were strong. Let's see where we kind of settle in. I mean, this reaction is probably even a little bit more muted considering this was supposed to be the Super Bowl. But they hit the numbers that we kind of knew they were going to hit.
Yeah, I want to go back to the valuation here because you just touched on it, especially after the stock sold off over the last couple of weeks. Trading at 29 times forward earnings, that's actually below the 10-year average of 35 times. It's also a slight premium to NASDAQ 100's multiple of roughly 26 times, but of course, most companies are not growing the way NVIDIA is.
No, and with all the hype around the circular AI trade.
Oh, it's going to tempt me again at 940.
Infrastructure company in addition to
Little bastard.
It's probably more hype for everybody else than it is NVIDIA. In other words, this
to me, I know this is absurd, but it's almost the least hyped stock out there, because in fact they're delivering because they are growing, and because you mentioned that valuation, which I mentioned, which is that this is not a case where you've got a company that I think is at least priced in extraordinary growth. They've priced in.
Oh, help me, Lord. I'm going to put one on.
The after hours action here in overtime with some of these other AI related stocks.
Shorting one, 948. It's an addiction.
So we're going to see Bitcoin back above 90K here in overtime, or is this the start perhaps of the risk-on trade getting fresh legs? Well, tactically going into a short holiday week and where we've come, and maybe a sense that you get some payroll data tomorrow that's old, but maybe gives you some sense of the Fed being actually maybe not as hawkish as they've sounded this week and as it's sounded over the last 10 days.
Nobody's talking about the Fed minutes that came out.
Into the stock picking across the AI space. So,
What did it do? Let me go look. I took it off my screen. Wow.
Should get shaken out a little bit more. I think the stronger hands are going to be there. I think people are still concerned about how much money Meta's spending. I do think there are opportunities to pick up some of these big companies. Look, if you look across the Mag 7, half of these stocks are now down on the year or flat.
All right, well, Tim, thank you. And you can hear a lot more from Tim Seymour and the rest of the Fast Money traders coming at 5 p.m. on Fast Money.
It's going to take me out at 75, isn't it?
Earnings calendar. We've got a top analyst.
I'm going to cancel that trade. I don't know. I want to be that giant. It would have just filled me.
NVIDIA's earnings call, much more on those results when overtime turns.
Okay, so we've got 3 short. I said I was going home. I'm not. It's 956 average and 3/4. I've got 3 short.
160 markets, 36 countries, 28 currencies.
One more time to the well. It's like taking the last run of the day at the ski hill. It's usually when you break your knee. So we made a complete round trip from the morning high, which sold off 300 points, and now we're right back to it.
Interactive Brokers pays up to 3.37% on instantly available US dollars in your brokerage account.
And I'm going to put another on here at 71.
Interactive Brokers' conservative and prudent risk management.
We're now -4 at 960. Average.
Uninvested, instantly available US dollars.
Right there, -4. 89 contracts today so far. And there will be no greed involved in this trade because it was definitely extra. So any sort of green in this baby's out the window for me because I got to go to school.
Global markets, up to the minute, front page news. Wake up to Frank Holland and Worldwide Exchange. CNBC.
Okay, we're up $30, $40, just hanging around.
There's a lot of things I could do with my life.
No target, just green.
Ambition is about what's next. There's no question in CostcoStrikes.com if we can disrupt the way I
Take one off at 50.
The A687
Now I'm down to -3, average 64. Take another one off at 50, if we can get there.
But if you drive the same distance elsewhere, say from Brussels to
Yeah, it does not look good for shorting right now going into the earnings call. I'm just trying to take a couple ticks out of these candles right now. It looks like a stacker, man. 3 left. I'm sitting at 50. I might have to go ahead and buy at 54 to take the 10 center. I got 2 orders sitting there. Covered one at 54. Now our average is 969. I'm sitting at 50 with the next order. I'm covering 52. They gave me 51. I have one left with an average of 971. With one left. And I don't want to be a dick for a tick, so we're going to go back and overdo the price and take what they give me. And they gave me 54, so that was a 16, 17 point profit, and of course it's ticking down below my last cover, but that indeed will be my last trade for several hours. I'll pick back up around 3 o'clock when we reopen.
$175 billion in revenue for the quarter. Joining us now is Joseph Feldman, senior NVDA.
Looks dangerous to short at the moment.
Advisory group. So, I mean, Walmart's got grocery in a big way, unlike some of the other names that have reported. How are they positioned with these economic wins, and how well does that position them, given what we've seen from the others?
Yeah, Walmart is extremely well positioned in this environment. I mean, they offer the lowest prices.
Oh, Walmart's out tomorrow. That could really change things a lot.
When people are looking for value, especially in groceries and everyday essentials, Walmart is really one of the best places to turn. And, you know, the good news for Walmart is also not necessarily the best news for everybody else. I mean, we've heard from other retailers who have talked about the consumer being cautious, consumer slowing, consumer being selective with how they're spending on discretionary goods. But as far as Walmart's concerned, they're winning. They're getting that customer in the door. I think that the essential side of their business is going to be good. General merchandise might be a little softer. We'll have to see how that plays out. But Walmart should be one of the winners this holiday season.
How much of the stock reaction might be about everything other than the fundamentals, given that we've got a CEO transition that they're sure to be talking about on the call now, out from a CEO who's done quite well and is beloved?
Yeah, no, I do think that some of it relates to Doug McMillon leaving. Some of it relates to just, you know, seeing what the peer group did. Target today reported, and yeah, the numbers were a little bit softer than expected, especially on the top line. And I think that you know, gave people a little cause for concern.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the retail from Depot, Lowe's, they've reported this week. They've also talked about the consumer slowing down a little bit in recent weeks. And so there's a lot of anxiety, I think, around that.
Yeah, 9 minutes, man. You're right. Good eye, Winter.
You know, people are expecting around a 4% same-store sales lift. And, you know, I do believe they can do that. But sometimes
see how it closes with you.
it's not enough, and investors want more.
Are you in a position right now?
I do think that Walmart is still a good one that you want to be positioned in for the longer term.
Joe, I mean, if you flip up the hood on Walmart, it's a tech company underneath, right? They just struck this partnership with OpenAI. They have the advertising business. They have all these ways that they've leaned in and invested into new tech and new innovation. Are investors paying enough attention to that and what it means in terms of future revenue streams?
You know, I think that's a great point.
You can see that pattern.
They really are like
one up, three down or sideways. One up, three down or sideways. One up, three down. Tell me that's not a computer.
And I think that stock is rewarded for that. You know,
Somebody's algorithm.
Not inexpensive. So I do think that people kind of have rewarded them for their efforts on the tech side. They've embraced AI as
Gotcha.
much or better than really anybody in retail. And we think that you know, machine learning, computer vision, you put it all together and you've got real productivity coming out of the company.
I'm gonna order some sort of screen thing. Hopefully I'll get it next week and figure out how to use it so I don't have to do this streaming on the phone crap.
Yeah, I think the consumer is cautious. I think you're seeing that now. At the same time, when the consumer is in the
Anybody that's new,
and they're spending,
if you want to subscribe, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. I'm not trying to monetize any channel, just trying to share some trades. I've been trading for 30 years. And sometimes it's cool to talk it out with other people. Learn some new things from other people.
It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Everybody's watching their
When we first started trading back before the small order execution system, which was the first way that retail investors could access the market directly, and that's back when we had to trade in fractions and 1,000 share increments, and commissions were $20 per side. I used to have to drive from Lake Tahoe down to Reno every morning to go trade in this guy's office, and then he got a piece of my trades every day. Yeah, it's been a long time, so now we've got a lot of cool tools. And anyways, we used to trade on IRC chat, which is internet relay chat, and that was like grassroots. Kramer used to be in our room before he was popular. Waxy, bunch of people from the old school. So been around the block. It's a lot better now. I don't need any new hardware. Okay. Just a web camera maybe? I'm gonna check it out tonight. I gotta sit with my daughter at the studio every night.
This weekend on CNBC.
And while I sit there, I can check it out. Who was called brokers? This was before E-Trade. Way before E-Trade. Schwab was it. You used to have to call in trades off the ticker and sit on hold.
But the red carpet glamour comes amid a backdrop of concern. President Donald Trump's threat of tariffs makes projects like this far more expensive and far
We had
harder
DSL.
to ground.
It has the potential to be catastrophic.
Oh, okay. I'll look at that. Yeah, we had DSL. That was the fastest thing over dial-up, and it was so expensive. It was something like $950 a month in those days. AOL, brand new days of AOL, Netscape, Earthlink, Shark Tank, and then not talking about the one where they buy businesses.
When I arrived tonight, it was clearly a turnaround situation. It is uncanny how much.
Anyways, if you guys want to subscribe to whatever we're doing here, that's cool. I'm not trying to monetize any channel. I could care less. I'm making a decent living at this, so that's cool. Bring a friend, whatever. More the merrier. We did have like 250 people in the room last week. I don't know how that happened, but it did. And then on the weekends, I like to stream motocross. Supercross specifically, motocross secondly. I know a lot of the pro riders and grew up in that game, so if you like that, that's cool too.
On NVDA here in overtime. It's up about 4% right now. We're just moments away from the company's earnings call, where we'll hear more from CEO
4 minutes to go.
So stay tuned to Fast Money for that, because that is going to be the next key for this stock. Yeah.
For sure. With the holidays right around the corner, retail earnings season heating up. There's a split between spending on stuff and experiences. So what are the charts saying about where the consumer momentum's really headed? Mike said totally it's back to that, Mike.
Yeah, John, I think one of the concerns is that the consumer momentum isn't seemingly headed anywhere, at least right now. There was a more dramatic split between spending on services, things like travel and restaurants and goods for a while.
Totally.
ETG is the entertainment and leisure ETF. It basically covers a
So just for reference, we're not watching this trade, but so I have this now against my long position. I'm boxed 7 short against 4 longs. So if we get any pullback, I'll cover 3 of them and then leave it flat and protect my balance. So it's underwater right now, but it's okay. It's not an urgent position. I got plenty of bullets if I need to add. But I think that pullback will happen at some point, and then I'll get flat and hold my balance at net even and protect it.
That is obviously falling apart. So Target on a price to sales basis is now seen by the market as much closer to Macy's
where you're pricing in no or negative growth for the long term than it is to Walmart, which is obviously this consistent winner, market share gainer, more of a staple.
Streaming app. Okay.
You know, whether that means that there's more room for Target to revive, those are 10, 11 times forward earnings, Macy's and Target. And there's not broad confidence that we're going to see
Streaming apps for PC. Okay.
in the purchase of goods.
Best live streaming software. All right.
Tailwind that we saw for a long time is a bit of a legacy of the pandemic.
Sweet. I see there's a lot of options out there. Thanks, Winter.
Is that perhaps petering out in a definitive way finally?
It could be. I honestly think travel is kind of really the swing factor, and the shutdown, the government shutdown, really did cause a lot of those travel names to suffer a little bit. So it's transport, it's travel, it's airlines. We even saw the online booking stocks trail off when Google launched Gemini for plan your travel through an agent and all the rest. So I think there's a little bit of static in terms of how sustainable those business models are. But yes, you have seen this waxing and waning between goods and
waxing and waning. He's referring to the moon.
got punished early in the year much more than services did. Demographically, you would think services still has a long-term advantage because
Did you like OBS?
they don't need as much stuff, but they need plenty of services.
All right, Mike Santoli, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Morgan, NVIDIA Blackwell chips are certainly good, and those are getting bought.
They're goods, they're getting bought. I would imagine he's going to get some questions on this call about depreciation, since that's been a debate within the market, even if it hasn't been so much in the industry. And to your point, just the comments about Blackwell sales off the charts, cloud GPUs sold out right
Okay.
now. Certainly sets the stage.
Futures market close.
Confident Jensen Huang on that call.
Jensen has argued in the past that part of what CUDA does and NVIDIA's vertical approach to not just putting...
Okay, cool, guys. Market's closed. I'll see you later on. If not tonight, I'll see you tomorrow for some more action. Easy sounds good to me. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Appreciate it. Hope you had a really profitable day. Today was great for us. See you tomorrow.